Hey guys, it's Stephanie here. If you've been following my channel or you're new, welcome. This is the month of April and there's a lot of things you can be doing. So without fail, I get so many questions on, is there something I should be doing in my flower beds right now? So basically, I thought it would be pretty cool to do a mini tutorial this month of things that you can be doing to help get the most out of your blooms in May and start preparing, because everyone knows, well, if you're a gardener, you know that there is so much spring work to do, but you may not know exactly what you need to do. And maybe you're doing things that are fine, but you're not getting the most out of your blooms. And I want to get very full, beautiful blooms, and I want them to be healthy and strong. So April is a perfect time to start doing all these tasks. And so this is kind of the video 2 of the April mini tutorial of getting your flower beds ready. If you watched my most recent video, I talked about how it's the perfect time to plant shrubs, bare root roses, and trees. And I did a little tour of Lowe's nursery. Okay, so basically today I'm going to be fertilizing my plants and I'm going to be laying down compost. Compost is so awesome. It's organic, it's full of nutrients, and it just really helps your plants and your soil over time, especially if you live in an area with a lot of clay soil. It's really great to put this down. Or if you have new flower beds and you just think your soil is super rough, which it can be at the beginning, this is a great way to help that soil over the years. And then I'm going to show you what fertilizer I use, what plants I'm going to be fertilizing, and then I also want to give an update on my bare root peonies. So in fall I did a video planting about 8 bare root peonies. It's a great video, check it out if you want to know how to do this coming fall. But I'm just so happy because all 8 of them have come back. It's been really successful, so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you my compost, kind of where I got it and what I'm doing with it, and then let's get fertilizing. I also wanted to add that I have been weeding like crazy. So I'm trying to weed before I put this fertilizer and compost down because I really don't want to encourage weed growth. I don't want to fertilize those nasty plants. And so I'm just trying to get on top of that. If I don't, that's okay. I'll just weed as they come. All right, let's go check out that compost and get going. Okay, so here is about 2 yards of compost. I've already been laying some in my flower bed, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing. In the past, I've been putting it on thick over all my flower beds, but I've been doing that regularly. So this year, I'm just kind of putting them around the plants. But compost is awesome. It's all organic. It's just full of healthy nutrients. Don't worry if your soil isn't quite where you want it to be right now. Just keep adding compost, and over the years, it will get there. And you'll just the soil will really appreciate it. Your flowers will really appreciate it, and so will you. All right, this is the fertilizer I choose to use. It's Espoma Organic. I love it because it's not gonna harm my pets, my kids, or myself. It does stink super bad, but that's okay. It's worth it to have beautiful blooms, beautiful flower beds. I know when you go to the nurseries, there's so many options, but this is a really safe bet. What's most important is just fertilizing in the spring rather than not fertilizing. So you know you're doing good for your plants if you're putting some fertilizer down. These are basically the same things. This just has a little less nitrogen and is recommended for heavy blooming plants like hydrangeas, roses, peonies, and delphiniums. Those are some examples. Basically, you can use one for all of them if you want, or if you want to use something more specific, use rose tone for those plants. I'm gonna get these sprinkled around. I'm gonna follow the instructions. Just follow your labels. It does use kind of a lot. These bags, I'm gonna have to buy some bigger bags in the future because I have so much land. But I'm gonna probably use a little less just to make it go a little bit further. And then with that compost, I'll be in pretty good shape. All right, let's get this down and then get my compost all around. Okay, sorry guys. I was feeling a little bit nerdy and cheesy, but for reals, I'm gonna get this down. I know I started with the time lapse, but the wind kept knocking it over. It's been a really windy day, so I just decided to not do the time lapse anymore and show you what I've done here. All I did was put about 1 to 2 inches of compost around each plant, sprinkle the fertilizer underneath. I did run out of fertilizer. It did not go nearly as far as I had hoped. This is a good start though. It gives you a good idea. If you want to put 2 inches of compost all over your dirt, that would be ideal. As you can see, I have a lot of space to cover, so I'm trying to make it go a little bit further. Anyway, it's a really good start for me. I'll probably finish it tomorrow and then I will be done. Then I'll be ready for the mulch. I'll show you that video and a little updates on some other stuff. Let's go check out my peonies. Here is number 1. This is the Shirley Temple. It is a beautiful white with a subtle pink. This is the Kansas peony, and it is a bright magenta pink. And what I love about this one is the stems are strong enough to support the blooms, so it doesn't usually need caging, which is always a bonus. Here's number 3, 4, and 5. This is the white gardenia. It's this beautiful white, big, full blossom. It's huge. The bush gets nice and big. It's gonna look so pretty to have 3 peonies on the backdrop of the front of my house. Okay, do you see this tiny, tiny one? This is number 7. This is Gay Pre. I have another one in the front of the house I'm gonna show you, but this one's kind of funny because I divided this bare root from a tiny bare root. It only had 2 eyes and it came back. They say not to do that, but I did it anyway. Here's the 8th one. So I actually have more like 10 bare roots. But look at that. That's why it's so small, because it was started from a tiny, tiny bare root that I put into 2. So there's number 8. Okay, I guess I can't count because that last one was 7. So here's number 8. This is another Gay Pre. So my chickens tried to destroy this earlier, but they did not win. Last but not least, this is another Kansas peony, and it's gonna look so pretty with my At Last roses, the orange, and then I have a purple baptisia right here, so it's gonna be really, really pretty. It is so small though. In about 3 years, it will finally be full. I just wanted to add that if you have a more established peony, put a cage around it right now if you're wondering why it flops. I know that that might be common sense, but a lot of people always will say, it's flopping, I don't like them, and they just don't realize they've got to cage it. I just want to give you an idea of what a 2nd year bush looks like. See how much more full it is. This is also the Ito Bartzella variety, and it doesn't need staking. It's a hybrid between the tree peony and the herbaceous peony. They're really awesome. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you a little bit of an idea of something you can be doing right now. That fertilizer is awesome. It's a slow release, so you don't have to use it very much. Compost is going to be great. And I just can't wait to see my peonies in 3 or 4 years when they're full. Just be patient with them, give them a chance, and you will just absolutely love them and have them for years to come. They last 50 years. They're one of the longest living perennials and one of the toughest things you can plant. So have a great day. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for future videos. Comment down below if you have any questions, and stay tuned because I have another video. The next one's going to be mulching, and then I'll give a few updates on some other things. But I just really want to help you guys out. I want you to feel confident. I want you to get out in your gardens right now and know what you need to do. And we will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.